Came out here to get something out of the van, and this thing is absolutely covered in these ants still after I went to the car wash and everything. Probably 1,000 ants on this van right now. This is what we're doing. All right. Everybody, quick update on how things are going. This last week has been a nightmare, pretty much. The spot down there is no more. There is no more new spot down there by the trees and everything. I was overrun by ants, and I had to abandon the spot. It took me about 3 days to get rid of the ants. And dude, I was super careful about cooking outside. I was super careful about leaving any food or anything anywhere around the van. What got me was the condensation from the air conditioner, the water dripping down in that area where there's no water. So those ants are looking for water constantly, and they found it in the air conditioner. And I was down there a little over a week. Okay, it was okay. The first week, you know, like I would wake up in the morning times and there would be ants on the top of the van, or ants like crawling around, and I would just sweep them off. But this whole time they were actually just moving into my van, in the fenders, in the engine compartment, and all of the trim and the lights all over the van. They were everywhere, and they don't come out in the daytime. It's nighttime when they come out. So you come out at nighttime and the van's covered in ants. They've got a trail going all the way around the top, and it was a big ordeal getting rid of those things. So I had to abandon the spot. I couldn't even stay in my van for like 2 nights. These people let me stay in their guest bedroom. The first week was definitely a learning experience. I mean, this is not... My arm's getting tired, man. I gotta get the other tripod. I had the AC going in that other video. I turned it off now. But this week has definitely been a learning experience. And those ants were just one of them. So first I tried moving the van away from the trees, but there were just too many of them. And so I went to the car wash, came out to the van later that night to get something out of here, and I was thinking, I was like, all right, I went to the car wash, they're gone. I'll just get a good night's sleep tonight, and I'll get the van and everything cleaned up and move back in the next day. No, they were all on the van again. So what I ended up doing, what worked the best, was taking it out and driving it at highway speeds. I went out and drove for about an hour, came back, or went back to the car wash after I drove for about an hour, came back, and then the next day they were gone. Even after I went to Home Depot and bought a shop vac, because I was like, okay, I got a shop vac now. They come out tonight, I'm going to vacuum them up. Because I had ants one time in an apartment that I rented, and that was the only way that I got through it, was with a vacuum. And it was crazy. That story is for another day, but these carpenter ants, the vacuums, the blowers, all that stuff didn't really work. They like hunker down and they grip on to the van, and dude, it blew my mind. Like, these ants were relentless. So what else was it? Had a storm. This really sucks. Cannot stop this water from going in this window. It's driving me nuts. I didn't prepare for this like I should have. I'm not down there anymore. I'm in the driveway. So I'm in the driveway in front of the barn. Okay, so I don't even know if this spot is gonna be a long-term solution anymore. So that's where we're at right now. Okay. It's not what all these van life people tell you it's going to be. When you get out in your van, it's going to be some adaptation has to take place, and it's going to be tough because I learned a lot of stuff about my van and about me that's not even ready for like full-time self-contained van life. You know, I thought I was pretty close to being done with this van. I'm not close at all. There's so many things that has to be done for you to be able to create a routine, a daily routine inside and be self-contained in your van. It takes more than what I have in here. You've got to have spots to brush your teeth, wash your hands. You know, if you're cooking, you've got to like rinse stuff off sometimes. I mean, I did not think a sink was going to be an issue or that I needed one, but now I see, oh, I need a sink. And I was like, man, low top van, no big deal. I see a lot of people out here, low top vans, they just kind of walk around on their knees and stuff. Dude, this thing's killing my back. Okay? So this is all stuff you got to think about before you're going into van life. If you're about to jump into van life, I mean, think long and hard about it, especially in the summertime. This was the worst time for me to start van life. Okay? I got the AC though, and as long as I have the AC, everything's going to be cool. Alright, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to make it through it, but I'm just saying there's some stuff happening that I just wasn't expecting. Okay? I mean, I guess you could call this like a van life reality check, but there's stuff that, if you're going to be self-contained, you have to plan for that. You've got to build it out. So right now, while I'm out in this driveway, I'm just going to be focused on van upgrades. Okay, I got a fantastic fan. I've got to put that in. I've got to put screens over the windows that can open. That way when the fan's on, I'll have a draft in here. I had to take the headliner out when the ANTS came in. The ANTS have taken over camp. They're getting in every nook and cranny and coming out of the lights in here. Oh yeah. Which I was wanting to do that anyway, and it gave me a lot more room in here, but now it's super hot in here. It's hot as hell. It's hard to cool this thing down. So I got some insulation and the same wood that I use on the walls. So that's where we're at right now. Had to move, not what I expected, and we're just going to be focused on upgrading the van and trying to get this thing to where we can go out and do some traveling and stuff. I feel trapped because of summertime and being tethered to this AC and having to have shore power in order to run it. I even looked at getting one of the ACs that you put on the roof, but it's like $1,000. That's pretty much all I have. Until next time. Look at this guy with the sneak attack. Boom, that's a spider. I see you. I'm about to get you too. Oh, what is your problem? Trying to get me. Oh shit, the flip-flop is coming for you.